everyone and welcome back to my channel. Okay, let me just get this out of the way. This makes it easier to talk. Hi, if you guys are coming here for the first time, my name is Varsha and I love doing makeup videos, styling videos. Like, I'm just getting into styling, like I'm not there yet. But today what we have here for makeup is a beautiful bold red lip, a very classic brown smoky eye, but we made the whole look a little more interesting by choosing a pop of color for the blush. I have to remind you guys to please press the like button if you like videos like this. So, are you ready to jingle all the way? When it comes to special events and festivals, skin prep is key. So we are going to actually get a mini hairstyle out of the way. I'm going to start off by using this Sisley Black Rose mask. Now this Sisley mask is very hydrating. It brightens, it smoothens, it even plumps any fine lines that you have. The only thing about this mask, do not apply it in your eye contour area. I'm also going to use this Laneige lip mask on my lips because they are so dry. Now while this mask works its magic on my skin, I have to tell you about how I prepped my skin the previous night. And this is something that I do if there's anything special coming up. So the previous night I go with liquid exfoliant or maybe even something that is like a scrub. Obviously just be careful if you have a little bit of sensitive skin. I like this one by Alpha H. It's called the Liquid Gold. Don't forget to follow up with your skincare at night. That is pre-makeup skin prep. I'm just going to leave this on 15 minutes and I'll be right back. I am just going to use this tissue to lightly press the skin and remove any excess of that mask. This one is a cream mask, so you don't have to worry much about taking off like everything. Eye cream, I'm just going to use my Rose Ink eye cream, which I've been using for a couple of months now, and I absolutely love the way it looks and feels on the skin, especially if you have hollows under your eyes. It just helps bounce light back, so it gives your eyes, like the hollow part, a more fuller look. I'm sorry if I'm going super luxurious high-end with skincare today, but today I will use my La Mer cream. I'm just like taking this much. You know, you want to really warm the product and just lightly press it in any areas where you have you know, or you want that extra hydration. So I'm just pressing this. And don't forget your décolleté too. I also went ahead and put in my contact lenses because sometimes if I do it after my makeup is on, everything on my makeup just like melts down, especially under my eyes, and that is something that I absolutely do not want. Now for primer, I'm going to use this really tiny Dior Backstage primer, and this is in the universal shade. This comes with a little tiny applicator, and I'm just going to apply this wherever I have some, especially in these areas, my you know, makeup, like my blush and all, does not stick once in a while. So using my fingers, I'll just like massage this into my face. When you apply a primer, try to go in like a downward motion this way. Oh, so smoothing, oh my gosh. And this also plumps and hydrates, so why not, right? I'm going to start off by using these two to color correct. I definitely want to keep that skincare element going, so I'm going to use this NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. And starting from the center of my face, I'll just lightly start working this into my skin with a very soft touch with this beauty blender. Just very lightly tapping this on over my skin. I have a little bit of like a peeling situation going on around my mouth, but I'm not gonna let it bother too much. I have some concealer on the back of my hand and I'm just going to apply this using like a fluffy blending brush. I just feel like with a nice fluffy brush, the concealer spreads really well. And you need to have like a nice light hand to just like take it everywhere. You can bring it in here. Also take it a little bit on the lid if you have any kind of pigmentation around there. This brings so much more light into like your under eye. Once again, if you have hollows like me, it really helps brighten up the area. And once again, using the beauty blender, we're just gonna pick up any excess concealer that might be there. I think this is what actually the beauty blender is good for. It just helps pick up any extra product that you might have put, so everything that's left behind is really like in nice thin layers. My favorite setting powder is this Givenchy Prisme Libre. I hope I said that right. If that was a Francais. You can see how everything looks very flat. We want to add some dimension. So I'm going to use this Tom Ford shade in Illuminate. I wish I bought Intensity 1 or 1.5, but never mind. I'm going to use that same brush that I used for my concealer to bring some shape back to the face. I'm going to be moving into eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using this. It's actually a cream eyeshadow. This is in the shade Embellish from Illamasqua. A nice dense brush to pick up any of that product. Directly start applying this onto my lids. This is probably my oldest eyeshadow that I own. It is so fast to apply and it lasts the entire night. It has like a very nice browny taupe undertone. It has these really tiny gold glitter speckles upwards and giving it little flicks outwards. I have actually used this eyeshadow in a previous video of mine. This is actually one of the best eyeshadows, like, you know, if you're running late and you just kind of have to be somewhere and you don't know what to do. These kind of eyeshadows come pretty handy actually. And I'm also taking the same shade and I'm just working this on my lower lids. I don't know if you guys can actually see the gold glitter pigments that are there in this eyeshadow. But if you cannot, I'm actually going to take this a step further. I'm going to use a glitter pigment. This is also by Illamasqua to really help bring that extra glint into the eye. Now using a fluffy brush, I'm just picking up this Merit Cream Bronzer that I put on the back of my hand. And I'm just very lightly, really I'm not putting too much because this look is more about the color than it is about bronzing and contouring and stuff. Take a little bit around the hairline here and any remaining on the sides of the face. I love this Merit bronzer, by the way. So good, so creamy and so luminous. So I curl my lashes using my favorite eyelash curler, and I'm going to use this Maybelline Sky High mascara. I do not want to go in with false lashes today because I want to make this a little more simpler and easier to do rather than, you know, going into the technicalities of putting on false lashes. But by all means, if that is something you love and you like doing, please go ahead and do it. Did my brows off camera. I have a video for that if you want to know how to make skinny brows look really nice and thick, which I'm going to link up here. And now it's time for blush. I'm going to use this one by Hourglass. This is called Luminous Flush. I'm going to start working it. Don't put it too much over the bronzer. Very lightly dusting this. Such a pretty color, this one. Working it all the way up, and we're bringing it into all the hair is coming. I'm bringing it into my temples as I usually do. I really want to use the Dior blush as well, but I thought let me move on to lips first because then I'll be able to control how much I want to apply of this blush. We're going to do a nice red lip, and I'm going to use this Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in the shade Cheerleader. Now since I want a little bit of a softer application, I'm going to apply it with a brush. So I'm going to start from the inner part. I'm very slowly going to start working this outwards. This is not like a very rich red. This is more of a slightly like a muted red. Now that we're done with this red lip, I will go ahead and use this Dior blush. This blush is packed pretty hard, so you don't have to worry about kind of overpicking because your brush generally picks up a lot lesser than what you think it does. And I'll just place this right in the center here just to give it that pop. I'm bringing this pretty high, almost into my under eye there. Now time for some highlight. I'm going to use, come on, like I'm still obsessed, clearly. Use the blush shade on my temples here, because this even brings like the pink up. Some of that gold right in the center there. My Cupid's bow, just to bring a little more shine and attention to that area. The gold shade on my chin. I'll just take the gold shade, really apply it and brighten up that inner corner. And the last step, as you always know, we are just going to take care of shine. If you have textured skin, this is probably the most important step because it just helps refine the texture on your face. And this is how I style the look. Now let me quickly go over the details. I kind of redid my hair. These stickers are from Zara. I've done a couple of looks in the summer using these stickers, actually at least 5 for sure. And I've just applied this in this fashion. This pink dress is from a local shop here in Canada called Dynamite. These big puffy sleeves are something that my mom stitched. Actually, I made her stitch it for me. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this top once from Zara which had these huge balloon sleeves, and well, I never got a hold of the top, but it's sold like hotcakes. So this is in remembrance of that. Before we wrap up, some final thoughts. Don't forget to prep your skin according to your skin type. My skin type is extremely dry, and that's why I had all that mask and those oils and all that works for dry skin. But if you have oily skin, don't forget to use an oil controlling primer, use more powders, use a matte foundation. All those things go a long way for your look to remain fresh throughout the night or day, however you want it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me. Trust me, every time a subscriber goes up, I'm just like, yes. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, have a happy holiday, and bye-bye.